Welcome back to the Tried Truth. Today I just want to review a new fragrance I picked up. This is by Lattafa. It is called Maahir Black Edition. That's how you spell it, but pronounced Maahir. So I think this is, well, I know it's from the United Arab Emirates. Lattafa are known for some high quality fragrances. This is one of their own creations. It's not a clone of anything. Anyway, the whole presentation here is excellent, and I just want to, this is actually a blind buy for me. I've been migrating into darker fragrances, especially for the colder weather, and living in the Midwest here in Michigan. It's cold. Wow, this is a beautiful, beautiful box. And wow, just really, really awesome here. Anyway, I am a huge fan of John Varvatos Dark Rebel. I love the ashy, fragrant smokiness that it has. I don't even know how to open this. And wow, I really don't know how to open this box. I don't want to tear it. Let's see if it slides out. Oh man, it's wanting to tear. Anyway, hopefully I can figure out how to open this thing without tearing it. Definitely don't want to tear this box. This is awesome. But I love that fragrance, and when I was looking at the fragrance, wow, this box just wants to tear. It doesn't want to open. This is kind of a shame. I do not want to tear this box. Looks like I gotta tear it. Okay, wow. Wow, this is just so nice of a box. And you know what, guys, when I tell you how much this thing costs, you're not even gonna believe me. So, okay. This part comes off. Look at there. Man, I had to ruin this box to get it open. Wow, it's even tied in with a bow. But let's see if I can pull that out. And just... Wow, wow. This is a nice, nice bottle. Wow. You know, I'm telling you right now, I think I paid under $30 for this. And wow, listen to this. This thing, I should put it on the scale. I'm so curious what that weighs. I think I will. Wow, this is a nice bottle. So you get this black stallion, and I mean, you can almost tell what this smells like without even smelling it, but I'm so curious. Anyway, and like I said, the only reason I was interested in this fragrance is because it was supposed to be similar to the John Varvatos Dark Rebel. Problem with John Varvatos Dark Rebel, it literally is a skin scent after an hour. I love the fragrance, and maybe that's one of the characteristics. It's a good selling point. I mean, I don't know, because if it's not going to last and you have to keep spraying it, then you're going to sell more of it, I guess. But it's such a unique fragrance, and it's so good. I'm hoping this one smells similar to it. So anyway, side note, this morning I finally bought a tester bottle of Issey Miyake Nui, what do they call that one? Issey Miyake, the night one, and it is better than I expected. I can't believe I'd slept on that one so long. But anyway, we'll review that on a different day. But yeah, this is the one I'm excited about. Wow. Okay. Okay. All right. Wow. Woo, man, this is, whoa. It's a teetering bottle, so definitely want to watch out for that. But wow, this is great, man. Wow. Oh, okay. Yeah, it does. Not even at first. With Dark Rebel, you get that ash, that charcoal right up front. But it's starting to come out with this one now. I'm gonna try to put the bottle where you guys can see it a little bit there. So I wrote down some notes here so I didn't have to look online. But the accords of this fragrance are um, amber, woody, spicy, um, fresh, spicy, warm, spicy, powdery. Wow, this is really, really good. Um, what else? Aromatic, leather, balsamic, and oud. Wow. Yeah, I see the resemblances to Dark Rebel. So if that's a fragrance you're into, you're probably going to like this. The issue with Dark Rebel is number one, it's discontinued and the prices are going up. It's not worth what the scalpers are charging for it. You can still get it, okay? You can still get 2.4 ounce bottles or something like that, but seriously, this is better better quality, but not exactly the same fragrance. There's a fragrant smell to the Dark Rebel that's just um, and it's a sad situation because it never had the performance that I desired that it would, But this one is really, really good too. Just a little bit different. Well, maybe a lot different, but still same classification. Except, wow, this is really good, guys. So I'll go over the note chart with this one. This one opens up the top with black pepper, saffron, and pink pepper. So right away, you get a heavy spiciness to it. And then in the mid, that's when after a second or two, probably 10, 15 seconds in, then finally that charcoal started to come up. But labdanum, I think it's cade oil, um, Gurjan balsam, and what's the other one? Rhubarb. Wow. I have one other fragrance with rhubarb in it, and that's actually a John Varvatos fragrance. It's called Vintage. Wow, this is really, really good. Okay, and then the base notes on this are leather, patchouli, cedar, guaiac wood, musk, and moss. Um, wow. So everyone tells me that this fragrance is super long lasting. As far as it goes, if you read the reviews on it, it gets some mixed reviews. It's a love and hate relationship. Um, People that blind buy it, it kind of goes 50-50. There's both sides of the fence there. But I don't think anyone would blind buy this unless they were definitely interested in the dark, spicy oud type of fragrance. But you can smell the oud in this, but it's nothing that will turn you off. But yeah, I mean, wow, this is excellent. This is absolutely excellent. And wow, this is not the type of fragrance that you'd want to wear to get reactions from people. Wear this for yourself and be confident in doing so. Don't, obviously, if you're going to even wear something like this, there's no question about it. You're confident enough to do so. Don't overspray it and don't worry about what people think. If you're wearing this, you're wearing it because you like it. And it's not offensive, though, but I do believe it possibly could choke some people out. But if you go light on it, this is such a mysterious, really high quality fragrance that wow, it's very warm. I like the temperature in the room's going up because of this fragrance, but in a good way. It's such a well-rounded fragrance. It really is. It's not harsh at all, and you can really smell the notes in this, and they play well together. It's done really well. I do want to weigh that head. I'm so curious. I'm telling you, it weighs at least an ounce or two. I'm so curious to see what that thing weighs. But yeah, wow. What an excellent, excellent fragrance. I was going to keep that box, but I'm not getting rid of this. Wow, I love it. I really love it. This is, I'm telling you, right here, man. If you don't love fragrances, get a hold of this one and something will change really quickly. It's it's an art form. This right here is art. This was no accident. I'm telling you, this right here was definitely no accident. This took a lot of work to come up with something like this. All right, are we in grams here? I'm just curious what the head of this thing weighs. Wow, okay. This head weighs 102 grams. I told you it was heavy. And I mean, the whole bottle together, 542 grams with one spray gun, maybe two. Wow. But let me go to ounces. And if we go on ounces, that cap weighs 3.6 ounces. Isn't that crazy? That is amazing. But yeah, the bottle is excellent. I mean, I'm not kidding you. This fragrance right here, I believe, I can't actually figure out why it's so affordable. It was under $30. It's absolutely an astounding scent. This is really, really good. But it's not mass appealing. It's not a blue fragrance. It's not something that youngsters are going to like. But if worn in the right setting, if worn properly, um, it's a great fragrance. It oh wow. I mean, with what I'm wearing right now, this is a suitable attire for this fragrance. You know, like if I were to put a couple sprays of this on, I could wear it to church. I could wear it to work as long as the weather is cool. Um, but I'll be honest with you, this is a stunner. This would be a great date night fragrance. This is a great fragrance to just wear and chill. If you just want to wear a fragrance and smell it for yourself, this is a good one, man. It's just it's very, very pleasant. It's smoky. It's great. It's dark. It's mysterious. It's a masculine scent. I don't know why a female would want to wear it, but I'm not saying you couldn't. I mean, there's different cultures. I know in the Middle East, women would probably rock this all day. Maybe here in America, I'm not sure. I don't know. But as far as unisex, I think it's more male. But I'm telling you, wow, what a wonderful, wonderful fragrance. I love the bottle. I mean, I got my money's worth right there. In fact, I've heard some reviewers say they got this for $16. But I think honestly, here's the issue with this one. It's an isolated crowd. Like I think that's why the price is low. It's not something that everyone is going to like. So, I mean, but I don't know how they're making money off of it. Maybe they've discontinued it and they're just trying to off it. I don't know. But it's readily available everywhere. Every site has it. It's all over the place. And yeah, I mean, the box alone and the bottle and the head of this bottle alone are worth. I think I got it for like $26, and then with shipping and everything, it was right around 31 bucks. And I got to tell you, Fragrance X, those guys are awesome. 2 3 days and I had it. I ordered fragrances a week ago from Fragrance Net, and this beat them here. I got two more today from Fragrance Net. So, oh well, yeah, this is that Issey Miyake um, Let me go see what that is. Hold on. Yeah, it was the Issey Miyake Nui Dizzy. But I sprayed that on this hand. I got that this morning. I bought a tester, really cheap, like $28. And that's a great fragrance too. But this video is about Lattafa Maahir Black Edition. Now there's another version of this. It's a brown fragrance. It's an oudi spicy fragrance with a little fruit, I think. And because of this, I'll probably pick that up, even though everyone says this is better. But yeah, I'm telling you, this is an absolute rock star fragrance. This is great. It's better than I expected it would be. I like it more than I thought I would. And it's getting better. It really is getting better. Wow. I love the way it smells. It's mysterious. It's like, honestly, it makes me feel like I'm somewhere else. It transports you. Like you get this, you know, it's foreign. Like, you know, there's a culture here, and it's not what you're used to. But it's in a good way. It's not like you walked into a stinky foreign restaurant, some food you've never eaten before, and you know whatever that sounds like to you. I mean, everyone's different, but like this smells to me like the Middle East. It smells like wow, it is just so good. I'm telling you, this is really, really good. Yeah, there's a lot of culture in this bottle right here. This is different than anything I have. In fact, the John Varvatos, I think they really touched on something unique there with Dark Rebel. You know what? Hold on, I'll grab the bottle. Okay. Yeah, so this is Dark Rebel by John Varvatos. And this is, you know, properly named the Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp Pirates of the Caribbean fragrance. You know, when you look at a guy like that, um, I mean, I think he's got his name on Zeno by Davidoff. He's got his name on Sauvage by Dior. And then, you know, I don't know if he officially um, supported this fragrance or not, or if it was just a name given to this fragrance. But it's a good one because, I mean, you take a guy like Johnny Depp, you know, that he's famous. He's a playboy. He's dark, mysterious. He plays all these eccentric characters. I mean, this is a great fragrance that would, you know, give you that persona. So I understand where they're coming from by calling it the Johnny Depp Pirates of the Caribbean Jack Sparrow fragrance. It works. This one, um, wow, this right here smells like Middle Eastern money. This right here, like a sheik would be wearing this. Like, and you know, I mean, I'm telling you, this is different. It's different than anything I own, and I love it already. And I love that about fragrances, that they can just take you into a different world, introduce you to cultures, introduce you to a place so far away. And when I read the reviews, someone wrote this page in Fragrantica about going to the Great Pyramids, and this is what he was talking about. That is what it reminded him of when he smelled this. So, you know, I'm telling you, this is very, very good. It's, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, if I call it unique, that's a matter of opinion. What's unique to one person may be regular to someone else. So, but to me, um, as far as my journey goes so far, and I probably have gone through 500 fragrances over the last couple of years. Maybe not 500, maybe 300, 350, I don't know. But this right here is the first time that I've really got my nose on something so different and so and I like it so much, and it just brings so many different things to the table. It's expanded my palate just right here in front of you. This first impression, I'm telling you, this has opened me up to something that I didn't even know existed. But I have I live close to Dearborn, so this is a smell that I am familiar with, a genre, a type of smell. Um, and with the type of job I serve the public, I have been in Middle Eastern homes, here in America, but that culture, I've been exposed to it. I am used, not okay. When I say used to it, I'm not a stranger to this, to hints of this. Okay, I have picked up on it before, and I love fragrances. I always have. It's just something that's been ingrained in my life. In my youth, my dad has always had a lot of fragrances, and anyway, I've always developed. At a young age, I developed a curiosity for fragrances and an admiration for it. Um, but I'm telling you, I had a couple of friends when I was a kid that I played at their house on the weekends. We went to school together, and I know they were Middle Eastern. I'm not sure if I'm not sure where they were from. I don't know if they were Syrian, if they were Lebanese, if they were Arab. I'm not positive. Okay, I can't remember because I was young. But I used to go to their house, and their mother or grandmother always would feed me. Every time I'd walk in that house, they'd feed me. And even growing up, working summers with my dad, anytime we would work for the Middle Eastern people, even though they're American, Middle Eastern Americans, they would feed you. They always, when you were working for them, they'd feed you. That's one thing about that culture. They're very generous, very kind. Now they want value. They want, for their money, they want value, and they'll stress that. They're picky, but they want value, and there's nothing wrong with that. So do I. But the thing is the one thing I remember about them, well, two things: their generosity. They'll always feed you, and the smells, these attractive smells that would come from their houses, the spices, um, whatever it was, I'm not sure, but a very unique smell every time I would go into their house. And anytime you live near Dearborn, and I've lived around that vicinity, that area, and the restaurants, you can pick up on the food. But yeah, this is a great Middle Eastern type of scent. Absolutely. Absolutely great. I'm telling you, this is a 10 out of 10 for me. And I'm not a professional reviewer by any means, and I'm kind of just getting started here. But from what I have experienced, what I've been exposed to, this is an absolute home run, and I'm sure there's better. I'm sure there's better out there, and I'm excited to experience those things as well. So, any recommendations, please let me know in the comments. I know the review ran a little bit long. I had a lot to say about this one. I'm very pleased with this. So, thanks to reviewers that have spoke highly of it, because you were right, and it is excellent. Excellent. Look at this bottle. Look at this. This is this is excellent. Excellent. So presentation, 10 out of 10. Um, I just wish the bottle wouldn't fall over so easily, but I'll put it in the middle on my shelf. It's not going anywhere. Um, the smell is very, to me, it's unique. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. As far as wearability, it may not be as wearable as other stuff. But I don't know what to say about that. It depends on who you are. But uniqueness and wearability, I mean, that's up to the individual. I can't really grade it. But versatility, I'd say about a 7. I mean, it is what it is. But no, I don't think you can wear it anywhere. And I don't think you can wear it anytime. And I mean, you can if you want to. I'd say, I guess it would matter. Pay attention to the weather and watch your sprays and have at it. As far as all that goes, overall, for the price, it's a 10 out of 10. I mean, it's cost effective. I mean, I can't believe it's that cheap. It's easily, I'm telling you, if a niche brand bottled this and charged 350, $400 for it, people would buy it and be happy with it. It's that good. It really is. But yeah, enough said. Yeah, I highly recommend this one. It is by Lattafa Maahir Black Edition. So I recommend you pick it up if you're into dark, smoky incense, ashy type of scents. This is very well done. All these notes playing together are just really, and it's kind of a progressive fragrance as far as changing from, from the top to the mid to the dry down. I can see some changes already in it, and it seems like it's very well done. There's nothing offensive in this at all. Even if you got it and found you didn't like it, it would not be offensive to you at all. It and for the price, I'm telling you, I recommend you pick it up. Even if you do it and you end up getting rid of it, I'm telling you, this right here is an experience that anyone who's into fragrances, I think you need to experience this fragrance or something like it. At least this one. But this is cheaper than this. And there's quality here, but there's no performance, no longevity. Now, if this was in this bottle and with this performance, this right here would be priceless to me. This is so good, and it's extremely well done. It's just, there's no performance. I could apply this, leave the house, and an hour later, not even know I put anything on. That's the downfall with this one. Don't get me wrong, guys. It's better than that. It is. It's a little better than that. It's not horrible. I mean, maybe 5 hours, up close skin scent, you can still smell it, okay? But there's no projection here. After a few minutes, no one's even going to know you're wearing this unless you really get right on them. But this one, this is a stunner. Very happy with it, and I'm looking for more fragrances along this line. So please, anyone has any recommendations, I'd love to hear from you. So, all right, we'll let you go. Thanks for stopping in.